join me, Jay.
Man, so slow with these sending invites and trying to back out of it, dog. Don't make no sense. All right. Hey, I'm gonna back out of mine and go join. Ooh. Ooh. Come on now.
I was joining your, what's it called, Jay?
I just told you I was backing out to join your shit.
Nah, stay there then. I'll send it.
Go ahead. Nigga here, bro. You horrible. My bad, excuse me. Alright, I got it, old dog. I got it. Boy, straight old school rival. Okay. Man, what's going on?
I Smiley sent an invite to the chat. We still in his chat. It's still on private, ain't it? Probably Cody. Hey, join it, cause Cody not on. Join Smiley Party. Make it private, Smiley.
Make it private? Alright, let me send all these beats and invites. Alright, just going private.
Hey, don't just Cody. Who play it? Who Enrique play?
Ooh. Damn, I can't watch that game.
Thank you, Coach.
I'd like to watch that one.
Florida. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store.
Yeah, I watch y'all niggas, but I gotta
and the Miami Dolphins.
handle. Yeah, I gotta handle up over here.
For a berth in the AFC Championship game,
How we coming out kicking like that, guys?
Playoffs. Jakeem Grant now to return. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
that's how y'all feeling today. Ain't nobody gonna tell Crash get on.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Flush to his right.
Pick. Let's go.
Team and it's
Let's go.
Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker.
That's sad. Throw that, man.
39-yard line.
Let's fucking go.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball.
That's crazy.
So don't wait your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open, otherwise just don't do it.
I like that. I like that. B want to watch a game.
Let's go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
TFL. I'm here. TFL. Oh, my God.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hit inside, but
I hate that you walk into my games early, bro.
This big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through.
I ain't gotta go out my playbook to play this game, man.
Hey, Enrique, go ahead and drop that. Go ahead and drop that link for the boys.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 6 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely.
Oh.
Reset. Richmond.
Watson just beating the play clock. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th. So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down.
Flag 22! Flag 22!
They will indeed snap it to Watson, and down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. So now here come the Dolphins. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, start off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Hey, here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Switch.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That one good for 10 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in third and very long, they ended up setting themselves up in third and manageable. They've got a chance at a first down.
Steps away to his left. It's complete to Graham. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hall. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards. First foray into the red zone for Miami. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Jackson from the shotgun. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. As his guys are in for 6. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. A long way to go in this one. I'm sure that's not the only score we'll see today, but to jump out like that, very good.
Yeah, everyone wants to set the pace. You know, in a game like this, you want people chasing you. You don't want to be the team chasing them. That's exactly what they did.
Gold now out to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And here come the Bills. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain. So now they got
under pressure, and they got to him again.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Here's Watson. He goes full extension, and he's got it. Last week in the wild card win, he had 7 catches. That's his first one here.
A Hall of Fame coach once said, there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st down, it's Watson. Eluding the pressure. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit and, in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20. But that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Check 55 to Mike. Oh, here we go.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is taken in at the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A big play there. 46 yards. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Gold to add the extra point. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Gold now out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Bills. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it.
And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. DeForest Buckner with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Out of the gun, Watson. And that's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Down! Back 22! Back 22! Come back, come back!
A shotgun snap for Watson. That escapes the sack. Fine top, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Calais Campbell able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Riley Dixon now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
Lucky 56.
They run again on first down. Cook, and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins add on to their lead.
And we know they won't get their names in the stat sheet, but the offensive line has to get all the credit for that touchdown run. Tremendous job of blocking, paving the way for the 6 points.
Gold now out to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bills' offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Tiger, tiger, tiger. Tiger, tiger, tiger.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Dumps it off to Fournette. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And an alley to run. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. From the gun, here's Watson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Black 99 Philly. Come back, come back.
Watson on 1st down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Calais Campbell in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Tiger, tiger, tiger.
Operating from the gun, Watson. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down.
Reset, reset, reset. Richmond, Richmond.
Here's Watson operating from the gun. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They start the drive with Cook. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
You got him.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout.
Gun.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. He's going to rifle one deep left. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Gerald Everett, 63 yards. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And terrific field position here as they finally get him just shy of the midfield stripe.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
Reset. Black 99 Philly. Come back.
Watson off play action. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Gun!
Jackson, following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
No. Check. Patriot. Gun.
They go play action here on 1st down. Letting one go deep for the end zone. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Jackson, he's going to take a shot for the end zone. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
On third down, Jackson. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 17.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Flag down in our field. Tiger, tiger, tiger.
After the interception, here's Watson being chased out left. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And he finds a man on the crossing route. He got 29 yards that time.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Now Watson from the gun, he'll throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. The Bills on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Richmond.
From the gun, Watson. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a third time here on 4th down. Watson now, operating from the gun. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think just they were...
And it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. first possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Throwing is Jackson. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here.
Right,
it's
now,
second and 15.
Lucky 56. Gun!
From the gun, Jackson steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go. He's got a man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. It's a big play there for Miami. 54 yards.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Now it's Jackson going for the deep ball. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Over! Detroit!
From midfield now, here's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over. That's caught inside the 20. A big gain of 31 on third down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On second down, Jackson. His throw incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. The Dolphins on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Jackson. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Detroit!
They'll come out in the pistol. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, Knock ball away. Turns into a nice play.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open. Left him nowhere to go with the football. Had to absorb the sack.
And Gold is able to put it through. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. But they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Richmond. Come back, come back. Come back, come back.
Throwing again is Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Justin Houston in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Black guy, not feeling it.
3rd and long, it's Watson. Flushed out right, and that is incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Taking it about the 36. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
All right, here we go. Blue, 90.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. He got 29 yards that time. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Lamar Jackson, a 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Dolphins just continue to pour it on.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. The Bills getting set to go.
These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
To throw is Watson. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On first down, Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, second down. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. The Dolphins on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Here's Britton Colquitt now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter.
The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. They keep it with Fournette on first down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
You know what's really hard for a big-time running back? It's patience. Being able to hang in there when the runs aren't there, when you're taking some hits early in the game. But this drive, he's come alive and in a big way. Now he's starting to gallop.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a first down throw, Watson. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Watson From the gun, he'll throw. Looking deep downfield. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Come back, come back.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Buying time to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away. So they have now gone for it on 4th 4 times, and they have converted no times.
I know we talk about analytics and how it's entered into the game, and there's a good percentage that says, go for it, you actually make a good percentage. In this case, the analytics just went right out the window. 0 for 4. They've got to start looking at things in a different way.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Where Brandon Pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage, they've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Jackson. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. And this will be taken at the 13. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it, make them do it again.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. On 1st down, it's Watson. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Forced out to his left. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Dolphins have got it.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Now, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Dolphins on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6.
Gone! 4 down, check. Leopard!
Jackson from the shotgun. Being chased, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. 4th down, here's Jackson, escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this.
My fault.
On 1st and 10, Watson.
I'm throwing the ball, bro.
A sack, 2 tackles, and a pick.
throwing the ball,
Need to get up and set in a hurry.
Normally you would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. To throw is Watson. Throwing on 3rd and long. Flush to his right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much.
Everybody get a
outside
sack.
of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Jayon Brown in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Richard.
As expected, they're going for it.
Let's go.
And he's going to go down again.
That was perfect.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold.
Perfect play call. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. That 2nd down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Now whistles and a timeout call here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game.
That's why they don't play. They're just not broadcasting. 10-zip.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
All right, now look at 56.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. He'll rifle this one deep right. And this is going to
Oh,
be
he picked it.
Picked up by Fabian Moreau.
That's Fabian.
Turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You know you're not going to beat him over the top. He's running with the
Wow.
niggas. Now
That's why I
everybody
try to
else.
throw the jump
Tremendous
ball.
feeling to get to the game.
Try to make it a
they
jump
can
ball
get you to the
situation.
Super Bowl. A fantastic season.
Came
Unfortunately
on
for
for
the other team,
Adam, too.
tough way for it to end.
Oh.
So that'll do it for
3-4
us. For my
fumble.
partner, Charles Davis, and all the
That's how you
hard-working
win
men
the
and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.
Are you guys watching? What are you watching? Stepping on the phone right now. I'm going to that mini hole.
Let's go.